Well, folks, there we go. We should have a couple of good ones for you tonight as we are heading into postseason play in the next week. We got the Hesston Swathers taking on Haven Wildcats, the girls varsity game up first. I'm Cole Dutchendorf, joined here with Lucas. How you doing, Lucas?
I am doing just fine, Cole. I'm very glad to be back in the booth, and I'm excited because we got some good ones tonight.
And for Hesston, at least, there are some sub-state implications tonight as they're still fighting to maintain that 3 seed, coming off a massive win over Halstead over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, very big win for the Swathers there, taking down one of the top teams in 3A in the Halstead Dragons. Just absolutely put the clamps on Halstead's star player, Corinna Gerber. I don't know, it was just a great all-around game. We played very well.
And let me tell you, I was there. It was a weird one to watch because it didn't really seem like we played particularly well. There was a lot of turnovers on the offensive end, but our defense was absolutely locking them up. Well, not absolutely, because they still scored at like 35 points or whatever, but they were playing very well in their attempt to limit Corinna, and not only Corinna, but also the many other good players that Halstead has. So for Haven, they come into the game at 6-12. But they have lost 9 out of their last 10, so on a bit of a cold streak right now. They do, however, have the head-to-head over Hesston as they beat the Swathers early in the season by 13, albeit there were multiple Swathers not playing on that day. They're currently the 5 seed in sub-state, and that's most likely where they'll stay. They have a 2-game lead over Ellsworth, and possibly the head-to-head. I wasn't able to find that out. Their leading scorer is Reese Roper. She's averaging 11.5 points a game. And then McGuire is still on the inside, averaging 8 points and 8 boards. So they have a pretty well spread out points-wise throughout the whole rest of their team. A couple with around 5, and then Carly Arnold with 7 as well. So pretty balanced offensive outlook for them coming into the game. These next couple games for Haven don't necessarily mean too much in the grand scheme of things, other than the potential of securing some momentum heading into postseason play. 12-6.
And on the other side of the ball for the Swathers are 12-6. And as we previously said, coming off that really big upset win at Halstead, the Swathers, a little bit of a slow start to the season, but they have definitely come on late as they have won 7 out of their last 8 games. Thank you for that statistic, Cole.
Yep. And
mostly due to the fact, in my opinion, of improved defense, and they've really found their identity on offense, and we harp on it every week, of their 3 to 4-headed monster of Alex Martin, Carly Bartel, and Katie Keeker, with Harley Ferralis sprinkled in there to add a little bit of spice to it. So the Swathers, they are looking to maintain that 3 seed in their sub-state, and yeah, that is pretty much it.
Yeah, they have that the benefit of having one less game for the Swathers. They have one less loss than Smoky Valley. So if they win, they have locked up the 3 seed, and possibly the 2 seed if Saline loses, because apparently they lost last Friday or whenever they played. Wow. So if Hesston wins and Saline loses, they have that head-to-head. So it will go to Hesston. So this game has huge implications. We will be back after. Okay, starting lineups. Haven. It's Carly Arnold, number 1. She is. Let me get that. She's the 5'4" senior. Brianne Bronner, number 3, 5'4" sophomore. Reese Roper, number 5, 5'6" junior. Brooke Bronner, number 12, 5'7" senior. And McGuire is still, as we were talking about earlier, 5'11" senior. And then, okay, we'll get Hesston. We got to go sing the national anthem as a member of the seniors. We'll be back in a second.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's girls varsity game between the visiting Haven Wildcats and our Hesston Swathers. Before we begin, we'd like to remind you that the HHS AA sportsmanship treaty, spectators should regard the playing of the game as an art and appreciate it and enjoy it as such. Respect for officials, respect for players, respect for boys and girls, respect for host facilities, and respect for themselves are essential for raising the standards of good sportsmanship. At this time, would you please stand while the Hesston High Singers, under the direction of Amy Toll, sing our national anthem. Wildcats. Number 1, 5'4" senior, Carly Arnold. Number 3, 5'4" sophomore, Randy Braun. Number 5, 5'6" junior.
And we're back. Shout out to our choir director, Mrs. Toll, for her fine job of getting us in tune for that one tonight.
Yeah, that was a quick turnaround. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
A little out of breath still, but it's all good.
And you want to get those Hesston starting lineups real quick? Here,
Yes.
I got the.
For the Swathers, it will be number 4, Harley Ferralis, a 5'8" junior. Number 5, Corinne Yoder, a 5'5" junior. Number 15, Alex Martin, a 5'10" senior. Number 31, Anna Humphreys, a 5'8" sophomore. And number 40, Katie Keeker, the 6' junior.
Keys to the game for Haven. Attempt to limit the Hesston post, as they've been absolutely dominant, as we've kind of talked about. But it's tough because not only do they have the good post, they also have Corinne Yoder, Anna Humphreys there on the wings. Shoot Hesston out of their potential zone. We've seen that a lot from Hesston. They switched from man-to-man early in the season to now pretty much predominantly the 2-3 zone. Unless they get up big, then they typically transition back to that man-to-man. And then also for Haven, finish in transition.
And for the Swathers, their keys to the game, as we said, get it inside. The Swathers, and they don't have as big of a height advantage this game, but that 3-headed monster can really kill you if you get all those girls working. And also, get out in transition. The Swathers are an incredibly fast team that is headed by Corinne Yoder, the state track champion. She is very fast, and when they get out in transition, they can be absolutely lethal, Cole.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and we're headed right into our first game. This feels like playoff. It feels like playoff basketball already. It's not, but I mean, in a way, it kind of is with the fact that if they win, if Hesston wins, they could be moving up to that 2 seed, or if they lose, potentially going down to the 4 seed. So it's obviously a huge game.
6 more days till playoff basketball.
I cannot wait.
We're
It'll
counting
be a
them down.
blast. So Haven will start off with the ball. It's Reese Roper there, their leading scorer. She drives right into the lane, misses the shot, boarded by Harley Ferralis.
Swathers were already up and trying to trap them with the 2 front people, Corinne Yoder and Anna Humphreys, of that 2-3 zone. I really like the aggression right out of the gate.
It's Ferralis with the ball, the top of the key. Over to Yoder. Yoder pump fake, using that screen, drives into the lane, blocked by Roper, boarded by Ferralis, back outside to Humphreys. Humphreys pump fake into the lane. Pump fake might have, yeah, there's going to be a foul called there.
I don't know if they were going to get
really
it for
close.
a travel.
It was, and actually
Yeah,
one of the refs
yeah.
started calling it, but then deferred to the other one because it was pretty much a bang bang. It could have gone either way there. Foul was on McGuire. It's still, it's her first of the game. First free throw is good from Anna Humphreys.
Yeah, good job getting to the line. I mean, she drove right into the middle of the lane, right up next to the post. She hit it with the pump fake, got her in the air, was easily able to draw the foul. Almost traveled, but the foul probably came first.
And Humphreys is able to sink both of her free throws, so that will put the first points of the board, first points of the game on the board.
There we go.
Carly Arnold with the ball now. To Brooke Bronner. Bronner to Roper in the corner. She'll give it back to Arnold, running the top of the floor, looked in to penetrate that defense of the Swathers. That was Bronner. Bronner with the ball again. Roper's three-pointer is pulled and no good. Boarded by Ferralis. Corinne Yoder the other way, showing off that speed as we were talking about. She goes all the way. The floater is good.
Just like we said, quick cue the game there. She got out, she finished in transition, and nobody was really able to compete with her speed. Even while dribbling the basketball, she beat everybody down the court. Great job by Corinne Yoder there.
And it looks like, I mean, 2 possessions, 2 straight shots there from Roper. It looks like that's pretty much, they're going to be running the offense predominantly through her. That 3 was pulled by Brianne Bronner, but no good.
Job by Alex Martin to chase that board down. Went a pretty far ways.
Martin with the ball now for the Swathers. To Keeker on a little 2-man action. Inside to Keeker. Keeker pump fakes, goes up with it, misses the layup, boarded by Roper. Roper will take it the other way now.
Really good move by Keeker. Got that ball in there, did what Humphreys did, went up that pump fake, created a little space, just couldn't quite get the layup to rattle home.
Roper will take another 3. This one is also no good, so she's off to a pretty cold start, but that was boarded by Estill and then blocked. And then they're going to get a foul on the floor on most likely Harley Ferralis, I think.
Yeah, got herself. We'll be
Corinne Yoder.
Yoder.
I just kind of assumed it was going to be Harley because
Last
sometimes
game.
when that was 3 fouls in the first quarter, first 5 minutes really. Into a still trying to get into the paint a little farther. Ball is inside to Roper. Roper guarded by Ferralis, back outside to Arnold. So Haven kind of just working the ball around the zone, seeing what they can do, trying to get the ball into those posts, I would assume, and that's what they do. Into a still, back out to Arnold. Roper with the ball, swings to the corner. That shot is Brianne Bronner, no good. Off the fingertips of Alex Martin, boarded by Roper, but she's unable to fully corral it, and Martin ends up with the ball.
And not a bad possession for the Swathers defensively. They only gave up one really high percentage shot there. I mean, I really wouldn't call that high percentage because they're 0 for 5 from 3 to start. So I think they're totally okay with getting that up. And as for the Wildcats, so far on that key to the game, they have not been executing and shooting the Swathers out of that zone. They've been trying, just haven't been falling.
And they definitely have gotten a couple of really good looks, but unable. Harley Ferralis' free throw jumper is no good. Boarded by Keeker, long board.
What a board.
Yoder pump fakes into the lane. Her floater is good again. Pretty much a carbon copy of her first one. Granted, one was in the fast break, one was in the half court, but other than that, pretty much copy and paste there.
You took the words right out of my mouth, except I was not going to say carbon copy. Didn't have school today. Brain wasn't on, but that was right off that middle of that backboard. You know, usually that shot, not a shot a lot of people favor, but Corinne Yoder makes it look easy.
And they're going to get a travel on McGuire is still.
Number 2, Sydney Kaiser, and number 34.
Carly Bartel checking in for Katie Keeker. And also Sydney Kaiser in for Alex Martin. So a very young look for the Swathers right now. 3 sophomores and 2 juniors. Granted, it's pretty much always a pretty young look. With only 1 senior in Alex Martin.
And on the other side, for Haven, Cassidy Smith
nice
checked
move from
in
Yoder.
for Brooke Bronner.
Kaiser ball top of the key, thought about it. Yoder thought about it as well. She does the same thing.
Oh, I thought she was going to go for that.
The three-peat?
Yeah, I did. She was looking like she was. She had that ball in one hand, like she was about to go up for it.
Got fouled before attempting to make a pass to Bartel in the post. Yoder with the ball now. Humphreys at the top of the key to Kaiser. Frouts the ball, the corner. Yoder's three-pointer is good.
Wow.
So she's off to a very hot start. 2 floaters and a three-pointer, and timeout taken by Coach Roper.
He did it again, Cole. I was about to say she's off to a very hot start to start the night, but he took it right out. I couldn't have said it better because she is, man, straight dominating. 7 points in 5 offensive possessions. That's very impressive for Corinne Yoder. And that, if you're a Haven Wildcat, that should worry you because when she gets hot, she stays hot.
You gotta expect that the Wildcats will probably start converting on some of these shots because they are getting some pretty good shots. I think they only have 1 turnover on their first 6 possessions or so. So they're not. It's not like we saw last week with Larned unable to get shots up. They're getting shots, and at some point you gotta expect they're gonna start falling.
Oh, for sure. And yeah, like you said, they're not bad looks. They aren't like fadeaway contested shots. These are good, high-quality looks at the basket. And when they start falling, they're probably going to start falling in groups. Because if you get 2 in a row to go, might as well get 3.
Absolutely. So we see the Swallows with a quick 9.90 run to start the game in the first 5 minutes or so. Haven looking to get themselves back into the game. Not that they're out of it by any means. We're very early in the game. Bronner and Arnold, little 2-man action there in the corner. Roper with the ball now on the right wing. She gets the screen from Estill. Roper, nice pass inside to number 20, Cassidy Smith, and she was fouled on her layup attempt by, was that
I think this one was off.
No, okay.
0 for 2.
That was Sydney Kaiser.
That was a beautiful pass there by Brianne Roper. She had Smith wide open under the basket. Good recovery by the Swathers, just couldn't recover in time.
Reese Roper.
Reese Roper. My bad. I read the wrong. I was looking at the wrong sheet.
Yeah, it's all good.
See, I read the name above it. Gotcha. But still, great pass by Reese Roper.
Yeah, she seems to be the main facilitator for this Wildcat team. So far, the facilitating hasn't been coming very easily, but I'm sure that'll change at some point in the game.
It's like
Yoder to Bartel.
they switched to some sort of zone, maybe.
It could be a box.
It's a box.
one.
I think it's a box. Yep, it's definitely a box and one.
That's something we've seen opposing teams
yeah.
use a couple times on the season.
And if not this season, we saw it used a lot last season. Was the main defense, actually, I would say, used against the Hesston girls basketball team.
Yoder went for her third floater off the back iron, was no good off the inbounds play. Martin missed a shot and got her own board. So they'll reset now with Humphreys. Humphreys jabs, looking to get into the lane, was unable to. Bartel with the ball, passes it off of Roper into the hands of Martin. Humphreys thought about the three again. Her floater is no good, similar to the result of Corinne Yoder's, a little strong off the back iron, and it'll be Haven ball. They're pushing it now with with Arnold, Arnold, excuse me. Roper back to Arnold.
And the Swathers there on that possession, don't mean to interrupt you, Cole, but they had 3 really high-quality shots. None of them were just able to fall.
Roper's deep three was no good, so she started off 0 for 3 from 3 and 0 from 4 from the field overall. Inside to Bartel, back out to Martin. Her two-pointer, foot on the line, is good. Good shot there. Probably one of the go. You can.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, we're both thinking it. I'll let the color commentary person explain that one if you would want to.
Yeah.
After this shot, it will
wow, shooters roll. Yeah, that's one of
Arnold there with 3.
That foot on the line 3-pointer. I mean, some coaches call that one of the worst shots in basketball. But I mean, if it works for you, it works for you.
If it goes in.
I mean, she hit it. Like it goes back to that argument. If it goes in, is it a bad shot?
Keeker's pull-up jumper in the corner is good, and if you're facing the Swather team and Katie Keeker
and Alex Martin
are making like 10-foot and 15-foot jump shots, you're in for a long night.
Yeah, that's
not that they're bad shooters, just that they're more capable shooters than Anna Humphreys and Corinne Yoder are usually the ones who are making that shot.
Yeah, paired with the other offensive weapons, it could be. Oh, Katie Keeker might have gotten away with a little travel there. She pulled that pivot foot before she passed it. Oh, I thought she was going to pull up again.
Bartel will take the jumper. Is no good. Boarded by Keeker. She goes up with it. Is no good. Boarded by Roper.
Really great, strong board by Keeker there. Just couldn't quite get the follow-up shot to fall.
No one stops ball. Roper goes into the lane, kicks out to Brian Bronner. Her three-pointer was no good. Then boarded by Estelle and tied up by a couple of swappers.
That's just the classic case of bringing the ball down. You got to make sure and keep that ball up. I'm not calling Corinne Yoder. I'm not saying that she's short or anything, but facts don't lie. There's a little bit of a height advantage there. If you keep that ball up, Corinne Yoder probably isn't able to tie you up, and if she tries to, that's probably a foul. But that ball was brought down, and Corinne Yoder able to get the tie up and switch that possession arrow.
Yeah, it's still with that, I believe, 6-inch height advantage. If she keeps that up, most likely Yoder is not going to be able to get her hands on the ball without it being called a foul. I agree completely with you. Ball is passed over Martin's head, out of bounds. It'll be Haven ball.
Good look for Keeker. Alex Martin was headed towards the basket on the backside, and there wasn't really anybody there to cover her. Just overthrew her by a little bit.
Stolen by Ferralis. She's going the other way. 2 seconds left. She gets the shot up and good.
Oh,
wow. What a play from Ferralis. That awareness of her to get the shot up before the buzzer went off, that was a great play.
Man, I did not think she had that much time, but she obviously knew better than me. She took it all the way in and had time to get the layup up. So great job by Harley Ferralis there.
For
Kudos
sure.
to her.
I did not think she was going to get it up.
Me neither.
I thought that decision to go all the way into the hoop for the layup was going to come back to bite her, but it absolutely did not.
I would have pulled up.
A big thanks to Swather Power Club for supporting all Hesston High School activities and athletics. Did you know that Swather Power Club is the one and only HHS booster club, and anyone who signs up to be a member automatically enters a student of their choice to win one of two $1,000 college scholarships. Right now, you can join SPC for free. Look for the Swather Power Club on the Hesston High School website menu or visit them on Facebook. I always mess up that one part of one of two $1,000 scholarships.
There's too many. It's like one of two, like 1021. I don't know.
I
It's just
usually
hard.
spit it out eventually, but it takes a little bit of time and maybe a little bit of lapse on my part.
Yeah, that's true. It's just not easy. Plus, I listen to like radio 102.1, and that's just, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't say of. I'd say, oh, I don't know. It's a tongue twister.
Absolutely. It'll surprise you.
Yeah.
Sneaks up there out of nowhere.
We should have warmed up with some of our singers' tongue twisters first.
Me mumbling.
Making midnight music in the moonlight.
Anyways, Haven with the
good
ball. In the corner to Roper. She'll dribble the ball into the wing. Inside to Estelle, stolen by Martin. She's headed the other way. Crossover. Humphreys will take the ball all the way into lane. Good pass backside to Yoder. Her layup is good.
The Swathers continue their offensive dominance here. They're just making all the right passes, finding all the right lanes. And Haven's got to change up something because the Swathers are killing them on the offensive end.
By the way, Brooke Bronner back into the game, and I believe that's Kinley Jacques. My French isn't very, very good, but I think that's Jacques, number 0 for the Wildcats. Inside pass is a great one to Brooke Bronner, but it's Jacques. All right, excuse me. I had a 50-50 chance, and I chose wrong.
That's okay. It is. You know
Thanks
what?
for that
I definitely would have.
pronunciation.
I would have pronounced it wrong. It's okay. I missed what happened there.
It was a beautiful pass inside to Brooke Bronner, and she just barely missed the layup. And I didn't really see what happened after that, honestly. It might have gone out of bounds. Martin to Humphreys. Humphreys looking to go inside. Not a lot going there. Martin pump faked that shot earlier that she hit on that with her foot on the line. That time deciding not to take it. She will take it. Martin.
Oh!
Should
have stepped out on her. She pump faked, then she hesitated, then they still didn't step out on her. She's like, all right, I'm going to knock it down.
To quote Chris Move, if you sag off, your swag's off.
Couldn't have said it better. That's just buckets on buckets.
The Swallows have started off extremely hot in Fuego. It's still out to Roper. Roper will drive into the lane, take the little floater, no good. Boarded by Keeker, strong board, and then Yoder is able to get it off. Keeker almost lost it. Oh, nice cross there from Yoder. Over to Martin. Martin
I thought she was going.
Little heat check right there. Keeker almost stepped out of bounds. Humphreys the ball, going into the lane to Martin, and they'll kind of slow it down a little bit. Fralis inside the lane, back out to Humphreys' left wing. Martin with the ball at the free throw line. She traveled there.
Yeah, I think she shuffled her feet a little bit there. What I really love to see the Swathers here is their dribble penetration. In the past, they've kind of just swung the ball around the outside because they're in this box and one here. And so the Swathers really doing a great job of getting into that middle of the zone and then looking for people on the outside to kick the ball out to or post to dump down to. So it's really working well for them.
That ball was passed out of bounds from Roper, attempting to pass it to Jacques. Jacques, sorry.
So many different ways
I have it
you
written
can
down
pronounce
right.
that.
Yeah.
Like we have the phonetic pronunciation, but
Shout out to Rusty for that one.
yeah.
Yoder to Kaiser. Corner to Bartel. Her jumper is no good. Boarded by Bronner of the Brook variation. Not her sister, I'm assuming, or family member of some sort, Brienne.
Yeah, I know a lot of people from Haven that share last names, so I could name about 4 different Millers I played baseball with, or their younger brothers.
Plus the Ropers.
Yeah, a lot of Ropers.
There's a couple of his stills on the team.
There's
Bronner, obviously, as we were talking about.
4 Yoders on the boys basketball
my.
team.
That bucket was good by McGuire Estel, sorry.
3 Millers and 4 Yoders for the boys basketball team.
That's a lot. Fraus the ball in the corner, guarded not so closely by Estel. Humphreys pump fakes, almost throws it away, but Kaiser's able to extend her arms and catch that one before it went into the backcourt. Fraus driving into the lane. Kaiser with the ball over to Martin. She'll drive. She'll take the pull up. That'll be no good. Boarded by Bartel and stolen away by Cassidy Smith.
Yeah, not really much else to say with that. You did a good job on that one, Cole. So.
Appreciate
I thought
it.
Roper was going to pull up from deep.
And she might there. Yep, and that's what she does.
Oh,
and banks
wow.
it in. You know, I think it's a little late, but that bank was open on that one.
It was indeed.
I wish the banks were open later than they are.
Yeah.
It's like, when are you supposed to go? Especially
Like
for
during
adults.
school?
Like, especially for adults. It's open like 8 to 5 or something. That's basically when the majority of them work. And they're usually closed on the weekends, right?
They're open like 8 to 12 on on Saturday.
It's such an awkward time to have to try to fit into your schedule. I'm just trying to put my money in the bank.
Yeah, be like, you either gotta take time off work or you gotta not sleep in on Saturday. Pick your poison, or you just have to keep your money.
Or just embrace that cash life.
Yeah, just embrace it. That's why you get direct deposit.
Facts. Shout out to Garrett Roth for teaching me all about that kind of stuff.
Love Mr. Roth.
Great coach, great teacher, and more importantly, great person.
Yeah, cool dude.
I really enjoyed his personal finance class. That was always pretty fun.
It was very fun. It made it interesting.
Bartel with the ball. Not really being guarded. Surprised she didn't think about taking a shot there. Yoder pull up in the lane, no good. So after a 3 of 3 start, she's cooled off a little bit. She's been 1 out of 3 of her last. And that running layup by Carly Arnold is finished quite beautifully. And the foul was on Corinne Yoder. So she'll be going to the line to finish that old-fashioned 3-point play. And Haven, out of nowhere, after being down 20-4, has gone on a quick 7-0 run to bring it back within 10.
And for the Swathers, more importantly, Corinne Yoder's second foul. She's got to be a little bit careful as she goes out throughout the rest of this first half.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to get hit with that third one in the first half, like you were saying. And Arnold does hit her free throw, so that leaves her with 6 points, one off of a three-pointer and one off of an old-fashioned three-pointer. Martin with the ball on the right wing. Yoder with the ball top of the key. Back to Martin, inside to Keeker, batted out of bounds by Carly Bland. So they also have 2 Carlys. And there's another one on the floor.
Yeah, we have
in Swathers. So there's 3. Are there 3 Carlys? Yeah, there are 3 Carlys on the floor at the moment. Keeker's pull-up jumper is no good. Airmailed just a bit. Boarded by Estall. She's headed the other way. Over to Arnold. Arnold absolutely swatted by Katie Keeker.
Probably a little bit upset by the way the other offensive possession ended on the other end, as she missed that shot. She hustled down to the other end and swatted that one out of bounds. So great play by
James.
Blocked by James.
And she gets
almost got the steal. Tried to make that turnaround one hand, OBJ-like grab. Couldn't quite convert.
Miss Gaston says she loves to see that block as a volleyball coach. I like that reference there. And did you see who caught that? Who made that basket?
It was Estelle that made the basket. She made the layup on Keeker. Yoder gives it to Martin. Another pull-up Jay. Can't get it to fall, and the Wildcats looking to continue their run.
Roper, nice dribble move into the lane.
Oh, wow.
Gets the layup to roll with a nice little finger roll. Had the correct amount of English on the ball.
And the Swathers are doing something we've seen them do previously in the season, and that is speed up. They've started to run their offense a little quick. Their passes are getting a little sloppy. We saw it against Central Plains, when he thought the game was just going to slip out of their hands. Oh my goodness.
That was a deep 3. No hesitation, just
none at all.
That's a beautiful shot there from Corinne Yoder. Quick 12 points for her.
Confidence is key, and she was confident with that shot. Kudos to her. I would not be confident to pull that shot, especially when the other team is on a run and is doing really good. And if I miss that, that could be detrimental to our success. But wow.
In fact, I was just actually about to say, if she pulled that, I was like, if she was going to miss that, I was probably going to say something about an ill-advised shot. Because she was doing exactly what we were talking about, speeding up. But the difference was she converted from the deep 3, a couple of steps outside the line, in fact.
Like we always talk about. If it goes in, it's not a bad shot.
In Haven, it was Roper missed the 3, and then it was tied up on the board. And that one was passed straight through Alex Martin's hands and out of bounds, so it will be Haven's ball after a quick turnaround where both teams went empty. So it's Arnold over to Roper. Roper has started off pretty cold. She is on the board with that finger roll layup, but other than that, nothing. She's missed, I think, 5 threes or so already in this game. Brooke Bronner over to Bland. Roper into the lane. Her floater is good, so she gets that one to roll home. So not too good from beyond deep, but inside the arc, she's been very prolific, shooting 66% so far.
Yeah, and that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just can't convert from deep.
You got to alter your game a little bit, work it into the lane. Fralis, nice drive, but it's stripped by Bland.
I do also want to point out the fact that we're talking about confidence, and even though Roper's shots have not been falling, she continues to go back at it and continues to shoot and put the ball up. And she has 4 points now, so.
Yeah, if she would have stopped shooting after those early missed like 5 shots or so, the score might be 23-14 right now. But instead, she continued to let those shots fly and has brought Haven within 5, and that ball was tied up by Humphreys.
Like the late, great Kobe Bryant said, I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 15 because if I go 0 for 30, I didn't lose my confidence or trust in my jump shot. Something like that.
Close enough.
I read it on ESPN one time when I was like a year ago. So
Yoder blocked by a couple of Swaddlers, boarded by Ferrell, so 6 seconds left. Hit out of bounds by Arnold on the attempt to start a fast break.
So Swathers will have just under 5 seconds.
Yoder might get a shot here. Step back, deep 3. Oh, just rims out. After a really exciting first quarter with a couple of momentum shifts, it is 23 Hesston, 18 for the Wildcats.
Dang, we're going to be in for a good second half here.
Absolutely. It's been a very good game so far. Hey, Swather fans, thanks for choosing the Hesston Pharmacy. When you support your locally owned and operated pharmacy, you make it possible for us to pass it on to Hesston kids with ads like this. Thank you, and go Swathers.
Yeah, just Swathers were up 20-4 at one point, but a 14-3 run by the Wildcats to end the half.
I think you got to give a lot of credit to the Wildcats, not only their players, but also Coach Roper for not panicking, allowing his girls to calm down, get settled into the game, and get themselves back into the game. And they did just that over the second quarter. We'll get your quick score updates. Harley Frowles with 2, Corinne Yoder with 12, Alex Martin with 5, Anna Humphreys and Katie Keeker both with 2 of their own. And then for the Wildcats, Carly Arnold with 6, Reese Roper with 4. I'm missing something. Cassidy Smith with 1 and McGuire S. Stahl with 4. Am I missing something? Yeah,
That's
I definitely
10-15.
So someone hit a 3 when I wasn't looking.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll be back with some second half action in a little while.
It's going to be a good second half. You're going to want to stay tuned in.
Absolutely.
Second half starters for Anthem will be Carly Arnold, Brianne Brunner, Reese Roper, Brooke Brunner, and Wyatt Hesston. For Hesston, Harley Morales, Corinne Yoder, Alex Martin, Anna Humphreys, and Katie Keeper.
So the Swathers will start out with the ball for the second half. Starters remain the same on both sides as they were at the beginning of the game. It's a steal for Roper. Oh, got her with the jump.
I'm surprised they didn't let that one play out like a second more because she had gained control of that, but alas, it had already been called.
Sometimes you just get caught mid-whistle, like where you commit to the whistle and it's hard to not whistle. So that's
Arnold's three-pointer is no good. Boarded though by Arnold.
a lot of backspin on that three. Could see
Arnold
it from
into the
here.
lane, little
Oh,
jelly lay. No good. Boarded by Keeker.
jelly lay. I like it.
Gotta love that little jelly layup package right there. Martin
Oh.
all the way into the lane.
Oh.
No good with the layup. Boarded by Estall.
Dribble all the way in, split two defenders, had the wide open layup, just couldn't convert. Great move.
See, if she would have done a little jelly there, she probably would have made it. A little
Yeah, I wish
jelly.
I wish the booth camera was on for that one. Would have been pure gold.
I must say, I'm not a very good basketball player overall, but my jelly package is undefeated.
Yeah, I'm sad to say I cannot jelly very well. My hands just aren't big enough.
Roper's three-pointer is good, so
Oh.
she finally connects on one of those long-range bombs. She has put Haven within 2 points. What a game this is turning out to be.
Oh man, I'm
I thought it was
excited.
going to be a blowout after the first 8 minutes.
It was 20-4 at one point.
And then Haven has fought their way back into this one, and I cannot be more happy.
It's going to be a very good game. Oh, they did not get the shooting foul there as Alex Martin went to the floor while trying to attempt another floater from the middle of the lane. Which is
The Swathers' favorite shot
Yes,
tonight.
it's a common shot for them.
Martin's three-pointer is no good, boarded by Frowles. Frowles goes back up with it, is blocked, boarded by Martin. Martin goes back up with it. Her running layup
wow.
is good. That was the toughest shot of the sequence, and
Yeah.
she got that one to fall.
It was kind of fading away, and her shot was a little flat, and it just like kind of hit that front rim and rolled right over it. So a good roll for the Swathers and good possession. 2-0 boards. Love to see it.
Arnold into his stall. His stall is able to get it after almost being battered away by 2 different Swathers. Roper to Arnold to Brianne Bronner. To her sister Brooke Bronner, back to Roper. Roper trying to work herself into the lane, being guarded closely by both Anna Humphreys and Corinne Yoder. Brooke with the ball in the corner.
Oh.
Roper's deep three is a little strong. Boarded, though, by Brooke Bronner, and then tied up. It'll be Hesston ball.
Yeah, I don't know, I thought she was going to bank another one, and she was dead on line, like, straight-wise, but just couldn't quite get the fall. One thing I was going to say, one thing I really like, and I'm not being critical of any other officials in any way, but I love when the officials kind of just, like, let it play, and they don't call, like, these fouls that are a little bit softer, as you would say, but, like, so far tonight, not many fouls have been called. I think 7 or 8 in total have been called tonight, and they're really letting, especially like the post down in the trenches, they're letting them go to work and letting them defend it hard, and you really love to see it.
That was Estall with the layup. She was petitioning for a foul there, and on the other end, it was Yoder with the floater. That kind of rhymes. And then
Yoder with the
And then
floater.
that one was Anna Humphreys driving the ball down the floor and getting fouled on the layup attempt.
Yoder's first layup that did not hit the backboard, or first floater that didn't hit the backboard.
That's her third that she's converted on, right?
Yep. None of them have hit the rim, though. Well, none of the makes have hit the rim.
Martin with the ball. She penetrates
what a
the D,
drive.
goes all the way into the lane for a quick 2.
Martin been very active on the dribble drive so far this half. And usually one that stays closer to the basket, takes shots when given to her, but she's really come alive this game and just taken on a whole new role.
Arnold stolen by Humphries. Wide open is Corinne Yoder, and her layup is no good. A lot of contact, no foul called.
I think she tripped on her own feet.
Arnold over to Bronner. Bronner is blocked on the three-point attempt by Alex Martin. And then Anna Humphries loses it to Roper. Roper goes up with the layup. Is good. What a crazy sequence we just saw there.
Yeah, that was, I'm still trying to comprehend everything that just happened. I mean, we had the Corinne Yoder layup that couldn't quite fall. I think she tripped on her own feet. And then on the other end, we had the steal, or
Bartel
the missed
drives
shot.
into the lane, might have gotten away with the travel, is going to be fouled on her layup, sort of, kind of thing, attempt underneath the basket by a stall, I believe it was.
Man, I was just, whew, a lot of things happening.
Yeah, no one was guarding Bartel, so she said, I mean, okay, I'll drive into the lane if you really want me to. And then was able to get that shot up. Misses the first free throw, though.
For the Swathers, McGuire, a steal of the Wildcats now with 3 fouls. So if the three-headed monster wants to attack the defense, now would probably be the best time as she tried to not get her 3rd foul. Haven's 3rd leading scorer, I guess.
Roper with the ball, left wing, over to Breanne Bronner. Brooke Bronner now, back to Roper. Haven really not being able to get the ball into the teeth of the Hesston D. Gonna get a foul on Carly Bartel, a hold, the ref says.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really know how to elaborate on that. I think it was the right call. She kind of went across, like moved as one, so maybe a little bit too close. But overall, I think it was the right call. But I like that the Swathers are staying aggressive and trying to deny those post entries.
Breanne Bronner's 3 is good, so she gets on the board tonight.
Swathers were gaining a little momentum, and Breanne Bronner said, "No, I don't think so." Splashes one home for the Wildcats.
Bartel ball, short corner, back to Kaiser. Yoder's deep 3, looking to answer. It's bang home.
She said, nah, I got this. Rattles home her 2nd deep 3 of the
Roper
night.
all the way, going for the little A's, fouled by her reaction, I would guess, Harley Ferralis. Sydney Kaiser, that is the 3rd time that I've called a foul on Ferralis.
You know what? We just got to assume it's not her from now on.
Yeah, but now we're going to be like, I don't think it's on Ferralis. And then it's going to be on
Yeah,
Ferralis.
it's on Ferralis. I hate to have it happen.
She reacted. She slumped her shoulder. She kind of shrugged. She was like, what did I do? And then she found out that she did nothing.
You didn't do anything.
Roper's first free throw was good. And second is just off the front rim, boarded by Bartel. Yoder with the ball now, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Swathers up 4. Martin with the ball over to Yoder. Yoder pump fake back to Martin. Might have. Yeah. Humphries pump fake. Jumper good. Nice move there from Anna Humphries. A little pump fake got our defender in the air and then splashed home the pull-up jumper at about the elbow.
Oh, for sure. Beautiful shot. And Corinne Yoder with the good hands on defense.
Oh, wow. Caught the defense lacking. Yeah. That was interesting.
None of the Wildcats, there were kind of 3 of them in the general vicinity of the ball, and they all like kind of went for it, and they stopped because all the other ones were going for it as well. So good break for the Swathers.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Just all 3 of them just stopped the pursuit of the ball. And Humphries got the easy 2, so that's 4 straight for her. She got the D lacking.
She did. I guess it was the offense lacking.
The O laughing. Or the O lacking.
Man, Yeah. We were a little confused on whose microphone was whose, but we got it all figured out. But the Swathers, the Wildcats had it down to 2, but the Swathers quickly pushed the lead back up to 8 points. Just killed any momentum that the Wildcats did have. And was it Haven or Hesston that called the timeout? I don't know either.
It was Haven.
Oh, okay.
It was Haven. There we go.
There we go. We're all out of
Oh, wait, I
sorts
can't
up
hear
here.
you. There we go.
Oh, that's good. Now, are we good?
Yep.
Are we good?
I can hear
Okay,
you
now we're totally good. Man, that was just a weird timeout. That did not go well for us. Well, at least for me.
It went very well for me. Swathers find themselves up 8 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Roper with the ball to Bland. Bland looking to spice things up a little bit.
Oh, I was going to get a pun in there.
Contrary to her last name.
I was going to say that shot looked a little bland.
And that
but
pass
I
from
don't
Roper
know.
was not very spicy there.
Not at all.
You could say it was bland, I guess. She was in search of Carly Bland. And it's going to be Swather ball. Pass wasn't particularly close.
No, it was. It really.
It kind of reminded you of one of those
Yeah.
pickoff throws that the pitcher throws. And unfortunately,
Totally
for me,
misses the first
Unfortunately for me, I was a part of that on both ends.
Oh, wow.
Martin drives into the lane, gets the and one to fall.
She continues her impressive outing. One of her highest offensive performing games of the season, if not the highest.
It's getting up there.
She's having a good day. Knocking down jumpers, knocking down threes, driving to the basket.
And makes the free throw. A very capable free throw shooter. That is Alex Martin there. Arnold with the ball. In the right corner to Brianne Bronner. Inside to Estall. Missed. Hook. Kicker almost elbowed Ferralis in the face.
She was very, very close.
Almost took a trip
Yeah.
to Nate over there, the athletic trainer for the Swathers.
But what a move by McGuire Estall. She had that. She pump fake, turn around, fade away. It was a beautiful move. Was wide open for the shot. Just was unable to get it to fall.
You could almost say Jack Sigma-esque.
Almost could say it.
In fact, I would say very Jack Sigma-esque.
Roper went for the steal, couldn't quite get it.
I think Swathers are actually trying to. Okay, no, they're not.
Nope, they're not.
Ball is missed by Keeker, boarded by Ferralis. She goes back up with it and is fouled.
I thought about saying what you were going to say as well. Wow, they were just kind of wasting a little bit of time, but Keeker, as soon as she touched it, she knew she was open.
Well, it also sounded like Coach Richardson told. Sorry, it was very dead silent, and it sounded like some audio over a speaker was playing. It was a little awkward. I wasn't trying to be the only person in the gym talking. Anyways, it sounded like Coach Rich was telling them to hold for the last shot. Both free throws are missed by Ferralis, boarded by Bland.
Good break for the Wildcats.
Yeah, be a travel
that's
on
going the other way.
Bland. She knew it as soon as she.
Is it just me, or has this game like flown by?
It has been
We're
going
almost
fairly
through
swiftly.
3.
Speaking of which, we don't even have a word of the day yet.
Oh,
Golly, I'm
that
lacking.
is
I've been caught lacking. Oh my. I've been caught lacking again.
That's okay. We'll find a good word of the day. I heard somebody use one of our words of the day today. I can't remember who it was.
Wasn't it Rusty talking about ubiquitous?
He did say ubiquitous.
Kicker's
No, I
layup
heard. I was listening to a podcast and I heard the.
Oh.
I heard a word that we. Oh, serendipitous. It wasn't one of our word of the days, but it's one of the words that we use. That could be a word of the day. I don't actually want to spell that. Never mind. I don't want to spell serendipitous.
That wouldn't be very serendipitous.
No, wrong.
That wouldn't be very. Yeah, never mind. I'll stop trying to force it.
Yeah. I don't actually know what serendipitous means. Or
Honestly, I think that might be close to. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, that wouldn't be very serendipitous. Yes, I was right. Occurring or discovered by chance in a happy or beneficial way. So sort of.
Yeah.
Kind of. So we're back with We're back with fourth quarter action. Swathers after a little strike. Oh, and there's a steal by Humphreys. All the way for the left-handed layup. Her layup is good. So as I was kind of saying, they got off to a really good third quarter and first half in general.
And a quick 11-0 run for the Swathers. Just absolutely destroying any chance the Wildcats had, or any momentum the Wildcats had, my bad. They still have pretty good chance.
Not pretty good. It's going to be a tough way back, but it's going to be hard. But
oh, yeah.
So,
wow.
What a shot from a stall.
Good night. That was, woo!
Little scoop layup and one through
the
contact.
left-handed scoop, too, wasn't even right-handed. Off the glass.
Beautiful shot there from a stall.
Maybe that's exactly what the Wildcats needed to get a little bit of momentum going.
This free throw is a big one.
Oh,
she's
no problemo.
That puts it to a 10-point lead. With 7 minutes left, plenty of game time, there is still a chance that they can come back and win this game. Martin with the ball at the right wing. Short corner to Ferralis, back out to Martin. Cross court to Yoder. Yoder.
And the Swathers really don't have to be, sorry, Cole, the Swathers really don't have to be in much of a hurry offensively.
Yeah, the clock is in their favor. Yoder all the way, gets fouled, and
no. Moving screen. I thought she had the and one too, but I was like, where was the foul?
Yeah, I thought I was like, you know, she got fouled, I guess, but I didn't really see anything, and it's because she didn't get fouled. They called that moving screen on Katie Keeker. So a big possession here for Haven. Already have a little bit of momentum. If they can make another basket here of any kind, it'll firmly give them the momentum in this game.
And I am noticing right now that Roper is not on the floor.
Is that the first time she's...
I think the first time tonight.
That three-pointer is missed, boarded by Martin.
Was a good-looking shot, just couldn't quite get it to fall. Keeker on the other end will be fouled. She was going up for that layup for sure.
You know, contradictory to the statement, no rest for... Oh, okay, I can't really say that because she's checking right back into the game.
Wait, did you figure out what it was?
No rest for the weary, which is what I thought it was, but I also didn't think that made much sense. But it was right, and Roper, as we were about to make a comment on that, she's back into the game. She's played a large majority of the game for the Wildcats. That might have actually been her first break.
I think it was her first break.
So there was rest for the weary, but only for about a minute or two.
Very little rest.
A very small amount of rest for the weary. That and Roper immediately gets on the board gets on the boards. There we go. Getting that rebound off the missed Alex Martin shot.
Oh, you might want to step out on her.
And she does pull Keeker with great box out of his stall. Martin headed the other way, trips and falls.
She's tripping.
Okay. Arnold stopped.
She's traveled. Yep. Couldn't quite get that jump stop. Was going a little bit too fast.
So if you thought there was a foul there on that fast break with Martin, I guess there's a little ball don't lie. I didn't see a foul. Just if you did think that, then there's your. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there it is.
The round
what
round
goes around
object.
what goes around comes what?
The round object tells only truths. The ball don't lie.
Yeah, okay.
What goes around comes around, I guess is.
Martin missed the layup, but was fouled. So after a pretty foul-less first half, there's been plenty of fouls to go around in the second half.
Well, and through the third, about 3/4 of the way through the third, we had one foul. So
basically just a fourth quarter in the late third.
Yep. An explosion of fouls.
Brooke Bronner checking out for Haven. It was number 23, Sadie Estal, checking in. Arnold with the ball over to McGuire Estal. Stolen by Martin. Ahead to Yoder.
Oh, wow. Get that out of here.
What a play there from Reese Roper, not giving up on what looked to be a sure layup, going all the way and swatting Yoder from behind. That's our second block. That's our second really ferocious block we've seen today. The first one was Katie Keeker, and then there Roper, and it ends up paying dividends for them as they get the ball back.
two great plays there by Roper. First the rejection, and then she kind of went to steal the ball from Ferralis, so she had to step a little further in than she wanted to, and ended up stepping on the inbounds line. So, man, two really great plays. If they can cap it off with a bucket here, they could have a lot of momentum. Roper just barely misses her shot. We got a jump ball. Possession arrow remains with the Swathers. Carly Bartel re-enters the game for the Swathers. Yoder brings the ball up, and I will pass it over to Cole.
The desideratum for the Wildcats.
Oh my gosh!
Would be to get a stop here on this possession, and if you are able to tell by Lucas's reaction, that will be our word of the day. Desideratum, meaning something desired as essential. So a stop would be the desideratum of this possession would be a stop for the Wildcats inside to Ferralis, and just missed. So that desideratum was met with it was fruitful there, as they didn't get on the board. Brianne Brunner's three is just in and out, but Estelle is very active on the board as she goes up for two.
Man, well, I can't believe we went from Badab to this.
Yoder, quick crossover, gets it down the floor. 4 minutes left, up 10. It's going to be a foul on either Roper or Arnold. It'll be Arnold's second of the game.
Okay, what was it again? Desideratum?
Desideratum.
Desideratum. Okay.
I had to listen to the pronunciation like 5 times so I exactly knew how I was saying it. Yoder's free throw is good.
She continues to pile on the points. The game's leading score of 18. Very impressive outing for Yoder.
As is very commonplace, as it seemed over the last couple of games.
Yep.
Because it went from she was scoring the ball a lot beginning of the season, and in the middle season was when we saw that three-headed or four-headed monster, if you will, of Kika, Bartel, Martin, and or Ferralis started to take over the games, and then we've seen the guards and Humphreys and Corinne Yoder. Sorry, I couldn't. I just had a brain fart there. They've gotten themselves back into the head of the Swather offense, although Alex Martin has 13 points over Allen, so not to overshadow her very good performance tonight.
Yeah, one of the heads did very well tonight. The other two have played very good, but also fairly quiet games when you're speaking point-wise.
You know, as someone once said, Katie Keeker has allowed 2 points. A very loud 2 points.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I thought you said allowed as an A-L-L-O-W-E-D.
She dropped that loud 2 points.
Loud 2 points.
I remember one of my friends scored 4 points in the game. He was like, "Yeah, I only scored 4, but it was allowed 4." I was like, "Okay, buddy."
You go with that.
It's like whatever floats your boat. Anyways, Arnold with the ball, top of the key, kind of just dribbling around out there. Estelle with the ball. Back to Yoder. Arnold, guarded by Yoder. Roper's deep three is no good. Boarded by Carly Bartel. Yeah, Roper just really hasn't been able to find her stroke from beyond the arc. It's, I think, like 1 of 6 or 7 at this point. Hasn't been the best outing, efficiently speaking. I don't really know how to say that. Hasn't been the most efficient night from beyond deep. They're going to get a foul on, I believe, Brianne Bronner there.
I believe by my calculation, she's shooting 12.5% from beyond the arc.
1 for 8.
1 of 8. Which is usually probably not very normal for her. I assume by the looks of it, she's a very talented shooter. As Katie Keeger pulls down a big O board.
Smart decision from Yoder there not to take the wide open 3. Good discipline. Fouled. That was Alex Martin, I believe, fouled by Roper. It looked like Roper kind of just shoved her over. And that will put the Swathers in the double bonus now. So they'll be shooting 2 for the rest of this game. That is worrisome for the Wildcats.
And you fouled Alex Martin. I know she'll probably miss after I say this, but very, very good free throw shooter. She sinks another one just to prove me right. 3 for 3 on the night. And overall throughout the season has been one of the Swathers' best, if not best, free throw shooters, which is unusual considering she is part of the three-headed post monster. And posts have a reputation that precedes them that they are not the best free throw shooters.
Stolen by Humphreys, and that is costly. That could very well, in effect, end the game. Swathers up 13 with just 2.5 minutes left, and they're in the double bonus, as we stated previously. It's going to be a tough road back for the Wildcats in this one.
Yeah, this road is completely straight uphill for the Wildcats. Not completely impossible, but very, very sharp incline. I've ran up some very sharp inclines. They're not fun.
And they will foul after allowing the Swathers to trickle about 24 seconds off the clock. It was Brianne Bronner's third personal. So if the score was to remain the same, Hesston will have locked up the 3 seed and potentially earn themselves a shot at the 2 seed. We'll try to get you an update on the game. It's a Celine game. I don't know who they're playing. I should probably check that because they might be playing someone not very good.
Bellevue Republic.
Okay, they're probably going to win that one. It looks like they haven't had the greatest season.
As Roper, I believe that was Roper, gets a 3 to fall home to improve that three-point percentage up by about 10 points, now up to 22.2 repeating percent. Love my fractions. And Bartell will be fouled on the other end. And one way the Lady Swathers definitely differ from the men's basketball team is pretty much all of the girls on the team are very good free throw shooters. I mean, I say that now. You know what? I shouldn't have said it, but that's just an off shot. But yeah,
Bartell made both free throws.
They have not struggled throughout a lot of the season with free throw shooting, which the boys team has had a lot of ups and downs, maybe a few more downs than ups.
Bartell has been 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Or actually, it's 1 for 4 because she made one of the 2 earlier. That ball was air. Oh my!
Wow!
Nice move from Yoder. Another nice move by Yoder, trying to get the ball past. Yep. Oh, eventually going to get hooked.
Yeah, if she wouldn't have got that hook there, might have had a carry there on Yoder.
It'll be Arnold's third, but that doesn't really matter too much with a minute and 14 seconds left. 12-point game. 2 free throws here would essentially ice it.
I think outside of Bartell's 3 misses from the line, the Swathers have only had, I guess, Harley Ferralis missed a couple as well. But I'm just going to stop talking. I'm just done. You know what?
And they're going to get a tied up. Good effort there from Ferralis. She ties the ball up. It does remain with the Wildcats, however.
I hype up the free throw shooting ability, and we go 1 for 4.
It's unfortunate. Estall with the ball. Got to be looking for a shot ASAP in this possession. Arnold goes into the lane, traveled, I believe. Nope, they're going to get a foul on. I'm not going to call it one for Alice. It was for Alice.
Oh, there it was.
Of course, I didn't say it was on for Alice. The one time it was the second time it's on for Alice. I guess.
Where did she get her other foul?
I've been caught lacking.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough scene. Man, I say tough scene a lot. I got to stop that. As Arnold's first free throw up and good brings her to 7 points on the night.
So the desideratum for the Wildcats here would be to make this free throw, maybe get a couple of quick steals off of Hesston without having to foul them where they have the chance of putting more points on the board. And they missed the free throw, so almost got the steal, but unable to
4 steals and 4 threes. That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's it.
Or like a quadruple technical foul would bring him within 4 and give him the ball.
Maybe Coach Richardson, feeling nice, just keeps on calling timeouts until he runs out and then gives him a technical shot. He's like, I want to make it interesting.
I just gave you a technical for calling. You don't have any timeouts. I want another one. Give me one more. Timeout.
He says, oh, I'll give you a T, just not the one you want.
I don't get the I'm out. I just get the T. All right. Do you get a timeout if you call timeout with no timeouts?
I don't think so.
Like, are you given a technical and then awarded a timeout?
Unless you call the time that you get to talk to your team while they're shooting a technical timeout. Wow, that was a lot. That was some alliteration right there.
For
sure. The time to talk to your team about a technical timeout. Yeah.
Wow, that's good stuff. I thought a stall was gonna pull the trigger there.
Arnold inside. Back outside to Arnold. Arnold. Scoop layup, no good. I don't know why the Swathers are fouling here, but that's all right. 12 seconds left in the game.
Got to run up the score, impress the committee.
Impress the committee. Honestly, that actually could be something they're trying to do. If they were to miss, if Haven misses this next shot, then the score would most likely be 52-39, and that would be an exact opposite of the first game in which Haven won by 13, barring the free throw. And it will. So that will end it. Final score will be Hesston 52, Haven 40. So with that, the girls have at least given themselves the 3 seed in Substate, and that is absolutely huge for them.
Yep.
We'll try to get a score update on that.
Bellevue.
Celine.
Bellevue. We had the ad about the pharmacy. Sandy Keeker is from Bellevue. There's your random fact of the day.
So we'll wrap up those final scores. We had Harley Fowles with 2, Corinne Yoder with 19, Alex Martin with 15, Anna Humphries with 11, Bartell with 1, Katie Keeker with 2, and then for the Wildcats, Carly Arnold with 9, Brianne Bronner with 3, Reese Roper with 13, Cassidy Smith with 1, Estelle with 9, and someone else had 3 points somewhere.
Yep. And player of the game, I mean, I really want to go with Corinne Yoder because she went off tonight, but I'm going to have to go with Alex Martin. She had quite the game, and she usually doesn't. I mean, we gave a lot of credit to Corinne Yoder. She's an amazing player. She's probably earned so many Player of the Game awards. So I'm going to give mine to Alex Martin. Alex Martin had a heck of an outing tonight.
Yeah,
you say 11 points or 13?
15, right?
15. Ooh.
Yeah, 15.
15 points for Alex Martin, just 4 off of where Corinne Yoder was. And she really showed her whole arsenal of shots. Made a couple of layups, a couple of post moves, dropped in a 3 and a foot on the line, 2, couple free throws. Just pretty much doing it from all 3 levels. And so, that's my player of the game.
And we can update you, wow, it was a very close game.
Ooh.
But Celine edged it out 35-32, which will mean that
The sub-state's pretty much set.
Am I supposed to be down there? Oh, I am.
Oh. Okay. That will pretty much wrap up our game. Sub-state's pretty much set. We're going to go on to our senior night presentation. This has been Lucas Roth and Cole Dutchendorf on the Swather Sports Network. We'll catch you in about 10 minutes for the boys' game after our senior night presentation and warm-ups.
Thank you, seniors, for your involvement in our boys basketball team. cheerleaders.
I just always start crying.
Our one senior this year, Anna Shelton and her parents Brian and Beth Shelton. Thank you, Anna, for your dedication. Hesston High cheerleading. Next will be the pep band. Jeff and Gina Baldahl, parents of Nathan Baldahl. Brian and Janelle Patton, parents of Isaiah Patton. Rob and Tammy Hebert, parents of Drew Hebert. And Rick and Becky Horn, parents of Kirsten Horn. Thank you, pep band members. We found out at the beginning of the year it wasn't the same without the band in here. Next are our wrestlers. Rick Carey and Tom and Rhonda Unruh, parents of Dalton Carey. Keith and Leanne O'Halloran, parents of Owen O'Halloran. Doug and Brenda Whitsett, Gary and Rebecca McGuire, parents of Nathan Whitsett. And Delvin and Sheree Woldemuth, parents of Cody Woldemuth. Thank you, senior wrestlers. And finally, we will have our senior girls basketball player. Senior Alex Martin and her parents Ryan and Heather Martin. And to Alex for the dedication to girls basketball.
Season.